this was a good idea or not. But no. So the people of Cobourg, Ontario, yeah, the council has decided to. They are like opening like the beach on weekdays starting on September 8th, but it'll remain closed on weekends to help the spread of coronavirus. And yeah, I don't think that's very effective. So the thing that the beach will remain closed on Saturdays and Sundays until October 17, when the fencing will be removed and the beach will be fully reopened. Uh, the problem with that is because not only there are like people from Cobourg and Port up there going to that beach, there are people from out of town, presumably Toronto, mostly, who are like coming to the beach and they're like littering and they're ruining it, and the chance of coronavirus is like just it's so high, like it's busting through the roof. So with recent reports, there's like stuff saying that the Greater Toronto Hamilton area, York region, Peel region, and Ottawa region has had the most recent and high number of coronavirus patients. So yeah. And Toronto has continued to be like a high risk place if of coronavirus. So if you're in like a crowded building with a lot of people, even with your mask on, so most of the time you could end up getting a coronavirus, because there are like some people who like come in to take domestic flights and or international flights in and out of Toronto. It's highly possible that it could be spreading, because I think it was a flight from like a couple of weeks ago. A flight from Toronto to it was either Regina or either like or like I don't know, Kenora. It was like Toronto into like Saskatchewan, or it was Winnipeg probably. It depends. And so what people have what flight officials have reported was like that there was like people, at least one passenger who had the coronavirus, who was tested positive for coronavirus, and there were many people sitting near that person on that flight. So yeah. And I've also seen Instagram photos of like other people I know who are like who are from the same area as me, who live in the same area as me, yet they've traveled all the way to like Sauble Beach or like other places, and that where they don't live in, but they're visiting. Eh. Or maybe up to Lake Simcoe for more than a day or more. Only problem I see with that is there's going to be like people from like large cities where the coronavirus people where there's going to be like a lot of people who have been tested for positive for coronavirus, and they have been encountered with people who don't have the coronavirus, but it could spread to that person, and that person is going to the same place that you're going to. So of course, like some towns will only use either portable toilets, or like they will or but some will actually like use like most of the time the toilets are like not open to the public. I have seen. I've hit the tried to open the doors, and even tried the wheelchair access button, hitting the wheelchair access button, and closed. And I know like a couple of beaches that purposely did closed, and I think I was at the part of Eastern Beach and Marina this last week, and there were like so many people from out of town, and there were people from there were a couple of people from town, but there were people from I didn't even know, like who the hell are you? And they definitely did not look like they were from town. They looked like they were from like any place except for the place I am currently living in. So, so they're definitely not from the Northumberland area. So I'm like, eh. They're definitely from the Durham region, or even the GTHA. And yeah. So I don't think that people should like, just like be allowed to like have like I'm not in favor of it. I think beaches should be closed because of safety reasons. So if say someone from out of town comes into the beach that is in the town that you live in, and that person is tested positive for coronavirus, or they have brought litter, and they just like maybe like beverages like whatever, and they just throw it on the ground, and instead of putting it in the trash can that is like literally like just like 50 meters like to the left. So, and some beaches are still sort of dangerous because to go to, because not only because of coronavirus, and I've seen people going to the beach beach, and they are not spread apart 2 meters. I could literally get like a meter stick and go, stay away, back. And there are like some beaches that there's a algae problem, which is if you breathe in like intake in algae, so it's like not good for your body. This was at Bondhead Beach, by the way, so yeah. Yet I saw at the pier, at the lighthouse area, like a couple of teenagers were playing in the water. Yet the water's infested with algae, which usually does show up at some beaches up to Tuesdays after heavy rainfall. So it is not safe to play or go into water. Swim into like water that is infested with algae in like a beach that you are going. Now there are not some people who are going to be walking through the beach or like on a like walking by the beach, and they are not wearing a mask, and they have the coronavirus, and yeah, you're laying on that beach sun tanning. Okay. If you breathe, and that person coughs, or they just breathe, but coronavirus comes out. Yeah. This is why I tend to not go to beaches. But people who go to the beach need to understand that washrooms they cost a lot of money for the town or city to maintain. So like they need to sanitize it, and then they need to clean the toilets. They have to mop the floors, and they have to make sure the soap is all full up. There's no water damage, and you don't know how much that costs for a town or city just to maintain every single damn washroom there is. Public washroom. So most likely the washroom will either like there will be no washrooms. There will be like yeah, you'll have to most likely have to go to the washroom when you're like actually at a restaurant and eating. They will most likely let you. I'll be surprised if they don't let you. So you need to sort of understand the risks of like a beach reopening just for your just because of your needs. Not only is it like because of a coronavirus, but also people are littering and also algae issues, and especially after like days of a heavy rainfall, and yeah. But even if you were like playing a bit farther away than you think you are from the algae infested waters, well, you're still in the waters and like algae and this algae infested. So it's not like attached to like the ground. It is literally like floating. So slight breeze pushes it. It's going your way. And since people can't follow coronavirus safety rules, which includes wearing a mask, well, you can't really like wear a mask if you're going underwater, so and maybe or swimming in the water. So, but if you're on the beach, tanning on the beach, why are you? Especially at the time with but if you're doing that at a time where the coronavirus is still active since March, and it's been 6 months now. Yeah. Yeah. So if people are only going to think about they only think about my needs, and they wanna like stand tan or like yeah, or they just wanna like play in one at a public place instead of a private pool, but maybe at your friend's house. Well. If you're only going to think about your needs, yeah. Well, coronavirus has just gotten worse in the area, so I advise you not to. And then some people are thinking, oh, no, in the county area is like, oh, the safest area. Well, so this is how it works. So people will think us just because the lower in a certain area or county or region is thinks that the coronavirus or like they're like bacteria or like any danger level is low. I could go there, and many people think they can go there and like do whatever they want, and they do that, and yeah. Especially, for example, coronavirus. Yeah, people from GTHA area, like York region, or like maybe even out of town, out of the area, they come here, and some people have the coronavirus without even knowing it, and coronavirus patient level numbers increase. So you're basically just making things worse for you and us. So I think the beach should not reopen. It should not.